Man, we are so back. JJK chapter 263 leaks are here. Wait, JJK chapter 262 part 2 leaks are here. 13-page chapter we're getting. It's a continuation of the last one. I'm assuming Gege just had this drafted, but because of his health, he couldn't deliver the whole chapter. So we're getting part 2 to the previous chapter. Please keep in mind this isn't like a full in-depth review of the chapter. This is just a reaction, first thoughts of the leaks. Looks like I was right in that previous video about how Gojo's memories are filtered through. And the chapter opens up exactly where we left off. Rika booed up with Yuta. My theory on this is Rika is tied to Yuta's curse technique, and we know the soul is the body and all that. I believe Sukuna mentioned something about Jujutsu is of the flesh. That's why I believe that Rika is stuck to that lifeless corpse of Yuta. In turn, that means that Yuta doesn't have access to any other curse technique. He essentially is only using a vanilla version of Limitless. Even him getting used to Gojo's body is different. The longer limbs, it's taking him time to adjust. And remember, he just body swapped really, so he doesn't have time like Kenjaku had time to develop an understanding of the body and get used to it. Cutting back to the fight, we see Yujo actually putting the paws on Sukuna. But it's not just a complete one-sided beatdown. Sukuna can tell that Yuta is distracted. He's in his thoughts. Sukuna punches Yujo a little bit away, and he remembers that Kenjaku informed him about Yuta's copy curse technique and the requirement of Rika consuming a part of the body. And Sukuna, the scholar of sorcery that he is, he realizes that he can only use Limitless now. It's basically a battle of Sukuna's domain amplification usage and Yujo's Limitless ability. Back to Sukuna though, in his thoughts, he's still wondering what would Yuta do if he can't return back? Has he thought about that? What about the possibility that he's willing to blow himself up? And he remembers the impromptu purple Gojo fired. That's the win condition there, a purple. We see Gojo actually do the pose and start to chant for purple. Of course, it's not that easy. Sukuna just runs up and grabs his arms to undo the signs. But then we see Yujo use blue, and he's attracting a voice recorder, and then we get the little black speech bubble, and we see blood splattering on the ground. That could only be one person. The cursed cheerleader Maki, looking sadistic, stuns Sukuna. And as he's just standing there, shocked, we see Yujo load up the purple again, but this time he's got the chance and everything. We see two circles here representing red and blue, and we know those are going to fuse to make the purple. Basically, next chapter, all Yujo has to do is fire it away, and Sukuna, in theory, dies. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 at best, maybe 7.5. It's a cool chapter, and if you're a Yuta fan, it's awesome. If you're an Inumaki fan, it's awesome. But really, it was just a continuation of last chapter, so maybe it'd be better to rate the chapter as a whole. Then I would definitely give it an 8, because we know about the memories, and that's all solved now. Will the purple connect? That's the big question. My opinion, off the top of my head on first reaction, the fact that we see the two circles just touching, I low-key feel like he isn't going to do the mixture right, if that's even possible. And he may end up really messing himself up and Sukuna, but to a lesser extent than he would have if he had fired a perfect purple. Or it'll just blow up in his face. God, I hope that doesn't happen. This would explain that very cryptic and mysterious panel of Yuta and Inumaki going down that hallway talking. This was to set up this play, keep it away from Yuji, just in case the resonance takes over and Sukuna gets an idea. Because if he knows it's coming, he just has to block his ears with cursed energy. I hope Gege's health is okay. That is a main concern of mine. I don't want Gege to get burnt out and really mess his health up, you know, for his art. Like, don't get me wrong, I love JJK and I want it to finish and be everything it can be, but the man's health is always the priority. That's it, a quick little reaction to the new chapter's leaks, or technically the continuation of last chapter's leaks. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Oh, and no break next week. We are really back. Thanks for staying for the whole video. Stay normie, stay weeb. Shit, even in between is fine. Until next time. Peace.